live tonight here in Smithville, and David has Coach Michael Jackson. Go ahead, David.
Coach Jackson, y'all had a really strong off-season workout. I know, I can tell.
Well, the kids have worked hard. This is a fun night for us because we're ready to see these guys play. I told them the other day, look, I'm ready to fix some stuff. Go out there and mess up because we've been doing this for a while, and the heat got us early in the week, and tonight's going to be an interesting situation for us. We got 7 guys on offense and 6 on defense starting their first game, whether they're a freshman or a guy that's come back out. So, we're trying to figure out what we're going to be good at. So, so I'm excited about seeing that. We got to, we're dressing out a few more kids this year, and so I'm excited to see some of these young guys step up.
And Coach, you can only beat on yourself so long, and you wind up being counterproductive.
That's right. And the way the heat's been this week was the first week you could go full gear in Mississippi. So the first 2 days you can't go because of the heat. So these guys have been, they've been in shells and been running around. So it's going to be great for them to get out here and do some things and let us see if we're on the right track with what we're trying to do.
Well, Coach, I believe you're going to be on the right track now.
Well, we're trying to work some new things, and we hope we got some guys in the right position. But this week we're playing a JV quarter at the end of this, and then we got a JV game, the game on Monday night. And the reason we're doing that is because we got some 9th and 10th graders that's going to end up starting for us. And we've got to find out right now what they need to work on.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you always got to, it ain't like a 4-year college where you got them for 4 years. And usually, it ain't even that way no more there. But it's always an adjustment when you lose some. And we lost some top-notch seniors.
Yeah, I love that senior group. There wasn't 7 of them, but they gave us everything they had. And of course, this group has got to find their identity. That's what we're looking for. What does this group what do they do best? And they got to find their identity.
I used to tell folks when I was coaching, I'm a work in progress, and so are they.
Well, we just want to get a little better.
Well, thanks, Coach, and have a good game tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate David getting a quick word with Coach Michael Jackson. We look forward to the 3rd year of the reign of Coach Michael Jackson here at Belmont. And it seems to me like, David, the kids have bought into what Coach Jackson is preaching and teaching. And I know his kids are excited about strapping on the full pads. And, because of the Mississippi State rules, and you had to wear your only helmets 1 week, then shoulder helmets the next week, and then this week was able to put on pads, but because of the weather, the heat index, they called it some special word, whatever it is. But anyway, because of the temperatures, they were again restricted to shorts and shoulder pads and helmets, and so David, these kids. I was telling Jacob just a moment ago about that. You can practice in your shoulder pad and shorts and helmet all you want to. When you start hitting is when that soreness comes. And these kids have not been even sore yet because of the Mississippi State rules and, of course, the weather keeping the full pads off of them.
Yeah, Scott, without going full contact at least a week, back when I was coaching, my goodness, there was no such thing as it was too hot and you had to put your helmet. I saw where it confused, I guess, some coaches in the state because there's some a couple of days too early.
Yes.
So they got 1 year show cause probation because they did it 1 week too early. And us old coaches, we don't adjust sometimes to some of this newer stuff that we're doing, and that's the thing that you said, Scott, without going full contact. That drill we did, that sent a lot of kids to study hall.
Oh, yes, no doubt about it. All right, folks, I'm going to ask you please to share our broadcast. And, David, you please share our broadcast with them if you got them on the sideline. Maybe get Jacob, too. And you joining us on Jack Ivey's Facebook page. And of course, my Facebook page, I'm Scott Webster. Please share the broadcast because of some difficulty and able to stream to different places that we always do this evening. And so, please, very important for you share the broadcast. And we're going to be on Facebook. And, of course, we're on Jack Ivey's Facebook page. We're on my Facebook page, and folks, we were trying to go to the Belmont Athletic Foundation Facebook page, and I don't know if we're there or not. I've not checked it yet. David was not a while ago, and we might be now. I don't really know, but you please share it. Of course, we're also on our Roku and Fire Stick, and of course that's channel number 2, and Jack Ivey Broadcasting. It won't take just a moment to download that app. And number 2 channel is the Belmont channel. Yeah, there are 4 channels now. Number 1 is Live TV plus the Red Bay Sports. Number 2 channel is the Belmont Sports. Number 3 is Smithville County Sports. Number 4 now is our brand new team. That is the Indians of Itawamba for channel number 4. So please share the broadcast, and we'll get our regular scoreboard up next time. You'll see the color may not be what you're accustomed to for the Belmont side, but anyway, we do the best we can because of some difficulties we had here at Smithville tonight. But nonetheless, you can watch the ball game, cheer your players on, and honored to have you as always. And so please share the broadcast and help us out that way. It's very important to do that for us this evening, especially. Thanking all these great sponsors this evening. I will tell you, we appreciate Community Spirit Bank with our first downs, as always, again this year. And, David, we got a brand new sponsor for our touchdowns this year. And, of course, that's going to be the great folks at Farm Bureau agents in Belmont, Mike Harris, and also Iuka. It's Kenny Pfeiffer for all your insurance needs, life, home, auto, disability, health, Medicare supplements, whatever. Also, those tax-deferred annuities. Give you Farm Bureau agents a telephone call. Once again, that's Mike Harris in Belmont, 662-454-9624. And in Iuka, it's Kenny Pfeiffer at 662-423-6151. So we appreciate having those Farm Bureau touchdowns. And David, we'd like to have a few of those this evening and get this season started off in a good way here and move on to our first regular season game next Friday night in the home confines of Belmont. And welcome in the ball club from McNairy Central. Honored to have you on the broadcast as always. I believe the public address is talking about the national anthem this time, so we'll pause just a moment when he gets ready, and we'll observe the playing of our national anthem. Great job with the Smithville Seminole Marching Band. And folks, we're ready to begin our 2 quarters of action on the varsity level. I assume that's still the plan, to play 2 quarters of varsity and 1 quarter of junior varsity. And folks, there's a brand new head coach for the Seminoles this year. And he comes over from Morville. So he's moved over to Smithville. And he makes his debut for the Seminole fans this evening as well. And I will tell you his name, but it just slipped my mind. So,
Coach Jimmy Young.
Jimmy Young, yeah, I knew it was Young. I didn't think of the first name, but Coach Jimmy Young from Morville is now at Smithville. And so, of course, the captain's going to center field, midfield there, and it's going to be for Smithville, number 7, Parker Dean, and for Belmont, number 6, be Aiden Waddle. Aiden Waddle.
Congratulations, Captain.
Of course, Aiden, one of those seniors this year for the Cardinals. You cut out David there at midfield. What he said.
Smithville elected to defer.
So Smithville
So
will
we
defer.
were going to get the ball.
Belmont will go on offense first, and we'll see the Cardinal offense first tonight here in Smithville. I understand that the special teams will not be live this evening. I suppose we might kick off. They might just place the ball somewhere, David. I don't really know.
Yeah, they kicked off in the last game, Scott, and then they punted, but they didn't do any coverage.
Yeah. I guess something that probably both coaches agree to probably, if how they want to do things. And so we'll see what the agreement is here. And I think I do see a kicking tee on the 40-yard line, David. And
You are correct.
The Cardinals will be moving on offense from my left to my right. And, of course, I'm on the Smithville side of the field, David on the Belmont side of the field. And so they'll move from David's right to left. I'm that smart, David. How about that?
How about that? I still don't know how to do math.
We're not going to talk about math. Thank you also to Stone's Jewelry there in Ripley and Tupelo. Joanne, Teresa, wish Carlos the best of luck. And also the Belmont Medical Clinic with Heather Edmondson at 662-454-3401. For 22 to kick off, Clay Eaton. Back to receive. The numbers are sort of, I see Aiden Waddle in the middle. 24 on my side of the field.
You got 3 on this side.
That's Wyatt Phillips. And Aiden picks it up. Of course, he's not going to run it forward. Number 3 was Aiden Rojas. Got a new quarterback this year for the Belmont Cardinals. Excited about Peyton Farr playing his football for his senior year. Didn't play for a couple of years. He's back out this season. We got several. Coach Jackson's talking about at his media days up in Muscle Shoals or Sheffield area a few weeks ago that have not played in a few years or are out for the senior year. And I know Coach Jackson is excited to have those kids out and be a part of the football team. So here comes your Belmont Cardinal offense and your quarterback, number 2, Peyton Farr, and joined to his left. Who's that running back, David? Number 24, is that who it was?
Check. 24.
Wyatt Phillips. And ball to Wyatt. He swarmed under pretty fast, David. And he's going to lose a couple of yards, right? Lose 1 yard.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go down here by the chains.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Cardinal offense. Get those jitters out. Now we're ready to play football. Thank you to Belmont Mayor Brandon Farr and Alderman Mason Smith, Kenny Laney, Shauna Collier, Steve Ratliff, and Sonia Harris. Peyton in the shotgun. A guy in motion. And the ball off to him. Going to turn it upfield. And he's not going to get very far, David. Penalty flag will fly. There will be a holding penalty. Holding penalty charge to the Cardinals. That's going to back the Cardinals up. Who was on that handoff that come in motion? That number 4?
That was number 4. That is Miller Searcy.
Miller Searcy. So Miller Searcy on that carry, and Smithville will decline that penalty. Bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Cardinals. And we'll see if Coach Jackson might let Peyton air it out here on the 3rd and 11. 2 receivers to the left of the field. Parker standing on the right of the formation, split out a few yards from the right tackle. One of those new players this year for the Cardinals offense. Peyton. Throw it over in the flat. And David, we're going to have a 1st down for the Cardinals. Community Spirit Bank, 1st down.
Yes, sir. Scott, nice little swing pass. He would be having pressure from the backside, but he didn't care. He threw that right on the money. And the young man did a great job turning it up.
Who was that receiver, David?
That was number 2, I believe it was. No, 2 is the quarterback. 3, Aiden Rojas.
And about a 15-yard pass in, David.
Yes, sir.
Aiden Rojas, number 3, with that reception. And he'll gain the 15 yards and get the Cardinal 1st down. That was nice, David, as Peyton rolled out to his weak side.
Yes, sir. Little boot.
That snap. Hand the ball off. Going to bring it out wide. And that pressure off the end disturbed that play very quickly. And when you go to running backwards to the side, David, you're going to end up in trouble most of the time.
You know, Coach Parker, who used to be at Dell State and then over at Ole Miss as the offensive coordinator and at Clemson, he said, son, I need you to run north and south.
Sometimes you can run a long way east and west, not gain anything.
Can't get nowhere.
Thank you to Jazz Mini Storage, your owner Jesse and Amy Schatz. 36 Warren Drive, 423-8598. And Man Oil Change near the railroad cross again, Golden. Daniel Mann and Company supports the Belmont Cardinals, and we appreciate Daniel Mann and Man Oil Change. And got a penalty flag, David. With Messi from the get-go, we'll wait the penalty. probably going to be the Cardinals. And it's going to be a procedure penalty against the Belmont Cardinals.
It's them first game dinner, Scott.
So we've had a holding penalty, David, and we had also had a holding penalty was 10 yards one ago, was it not, David?
That was, and they declined it.
They declined it, so we won't count that, David. So, okay. So the first penalty that they charged us with was the 5-yard can. And that's going to bring up a second down. And 18 or so. Around that left end is White Phillips. He will gain some yards that time, David. How much is he going to gain, David?
He's going to gain about 4, maybe 5.
Give him 5 yards. Mr. White Phillips around that left end that time. The Cardinals trying to get to the outside a little bit this evening, David.
Yeah, and in the end for, or not the end really, one of the backs, like a monster back in there, I'm sliding out to make that play. He is playing in now.
Number 6 put to the right side of the field. Of course, that's going to be Aiden Waddle. Long pass. He's open, David. And pass over to the inside, David. Allowed that safety ready to come over and disturb that play.
Yeah, it had a lot of air under it, and it's his first real big throw here for the season, and he'll learn from that. You know, well, coach is over here telling him, hey, you gotta put some air under it and put it on down there for him to run underneath it. And number 6,
Aiden Waddle.
Aiden Waddle back to punt.
Back to punt. Smithville will drop 2 guys back, and I suppose we will not return this live, David. So I'll allow Aiden to get off a pretty good punt here. Got plenty of time, I'd imagine. 4th down for the Cardinals. And David, about what we ought to expect in a first series for the Cardinals in full pads.
Oh yeah, Scott. I mean, full pads probably at all until Thursday, Jacob.
That snap was bobbled. Aiden gets the punt off. It's going to be fielded about the 31-yard line. So we'll see the Cardinal defense on the broadcast. Either under to have you as always. If you're not already, please hit the share button on your Facebook. Thank you to Cornerstone Insurance, Iuka, Boonville, Baldwin locations, and Northeast Community College. And, of course, the 4-day instructional week that feature online, short-term, and also hybrid classes. And also, Anna Sparks, your District 5 state senator. So first down for the Seminoles, 3 to the left, 1 to the right of the formation. And we're going to have a player can't hold his water, David, and going to get to the neutral zone. It's going to be a penalty against the Cardinals. Some of those jitters there, David.
Yes, sir. They're anxious. They want to get in that backfield and make a play. They want to make a mark so they can say, hey, Coach, I want to start the rest of the year.
David, that young man's tall. He's a freshman. Number 12 was there. So
Lathan Rogers.
You can understand a little excitement on Lathan. Pass in the air, and going to be incomplete. He came open in a little zone there, David, but the pass would end up being incomplete.
Yes, sir. Kind of split the zone, and he's sportsman-like penalty against
we've got
Smithville,
another penalty
I believe,
flag
number
there.
67, I believe, Scott. He's a big old young man.
And so it's going to be a 15-yarder right there, I would imagine.
Wes Wiggins, the offensive center.
That's going to back him up 15 yards, David. And that,
2nd and 20.
And, David, it's going to be at least 2nd and 20. How far is it? Long pass in the air. And we're going to have a penalty flag on the backside. And the side of the field also thrown in. Going to be a little interference penalty against the Cardinals.
We did, but Scott, when the ball's over your head and it's uncatchable.
Yeah. I think the Cardinals coaching staff's making that gesture to the officials, and they didn't seem to care, David.
No, anyway, I'm not the official.
So we're going to mark that penalty off, and it's going to be a 15-yard variety, and that's going to make it be 2nd down and 5. So 20 yards of penalties very early for the Cardinals this evening. Looking to throw again. Might be a backward pass. I'd get on the football.
It was a backward pass, Scott.
Out of bounds.
Yes, sir. The Mr. Martinez, the head official, knew it right quick. He threw that fist up.
So that pass going to lose several yards. I would, man, it's going to lose 5, 10, 11 yards loss on that backward pass.
Yes, sir. It's going to make it 3rd and 8 now.
3rd and 21.
Yes.
Folks, man, that's not his forte.
It's not. I taught health.
I got it wrong myself. It's going to be 3rd and 18. Ball loose again. And right here, David, that's a terrible thing. The defense broke down on that. When the ball got loose, our defense stopped and got lost and left the guy wide open.
Yes, sir, but I'm thinking that the guy back here's got a holding call.
So a holding penalty against the Seminoles. You can't lose your focus, David, no matter what's happening. You got to keep those guys covered.
Yes, sir. And Scott, you could tell these young men hadn't been bad. Tell
Exactly
that
right.
just by what we're doing. And this gets the kicks out. That's why you have a fall game like this in that Jamboree, because you're testing the water, you know.
I can read my heating and cooling, Mr. Patrick Brooks. Oh, we appreciate Patrick's brother, Mr. Jeff Brooks, principal here at Smithville. He's been very kind, hospitable to us today. We appreciate him so very much. But you can call Patrick for all your heating and cooling needs, installation, service, repairs. You can't beat Patrick Brooks, I promise you. 662-279-6569 or 6570. Looking to throw again. Almost a little screen pass there to the flat. And the Cardinal defense does a good job of corralling them, David. And going to bring up a 4th down now. Will it be 4th down?
It will be
It is 4th down,
yes. You know, Scott, you and I played in them down positions, and you know what we were always told? If you get through that line of scrimmage like it's a pail of water,
yes,
you better stop because something's coming your way.
Something's coming your way. So back to receive the punt will be Aiden Waddle. And punting for the Seminoles is number 8. Looks like that's Peyton Cook, if I've got that right.
And you did.
Not a very good snap. Gonna go into the end zone. It will not go out of the back of the end zone though, David. And pretty good punt though. Pretty good bounce for the Seminoles. It's going to be Cardinal football about the 37-yard line though.
Yeah, he punted it. He punted it about what 2 yards deep.
About 47 yards, David. Didn't like much being out of the end zone, I don't think so.
There you go.
Thank you, Dr. Scott Seegers over in Iuka, Seeger Clinic. Joined by Sarah Cooley, Elizabeth Thompson. 662-423-1000 for an appointment. And also the TCEPA and a member of TVE's program. Thank you also to McRide Insurance in Belmont, also in Iuka, the payment office there. Of course, Tamara and Brandon Farr, and of course, they're great folks, the Farrs are, offering a full range of Superior Insurance products. You can call 662-454-7831. Peyton, bring a guy in motion. Little fake, going to roll to his left. He's still rolling. Turns it on, David. And he's going to get some positive yards anyway on 1st down. Pick up a couple of yards.
Yeah, you know, Scott, that's one of the things you want to see in these Jamborees is your quarterback, can he tuck it and try to go? And that's going to be a plus, you know, for Belmont starting out the year. They know he's not afraid to tuck the ball and run.
Looks like he might have a little speed, David, that we're can certainly use. I know Coach Jackson loves to have a little speed to help his offense.
You know he does.
Parker Stanley, Aiden Water to the right of the formation. Going to be an inside little trap play there, look like, David. And going to be out to about the 45-yard line. Who carried that time? Let's see.
That would have been Kylie Estes.
Kylie Estes with a carry that time. He's going to gain. We're going to give him 3 yards, David.
And I guess we're going to have that heat.
Going to have a heat timeout. So a heat timeout. And the Cardinals come back with a third and about. Need to get 5 yards to remove any doubt, David. And the ball just inside the 45-yard line. Thank you all for a great sponsor, Red Bus Supply, Mark Sumney and Scotty Payne, Daniel's Garage. Jeff Daniel, your owner. Community Spirit Bank for your banking needs. Deaton Funeral Home of Belmont and Red Bay. And Peyton Cummings, your Tishomingo County Transfer Clerk. Belmont Pharmacy, Bill, Donna Weatherford, Pam Moore, Kathy Kellum, and Mark Montgomery, your All-State agent. Are you in good hands? Mark a call today, 256-386-7900. And also, you can find great deals over in Golden on Red Bay Road at Silver Dollar Bargains. Also, Sunshine Meals make a great dog, camp food and treats. And good luck from your circuit court clerk, Rebecca Oakes. And just like our hometown teams, Guarantee Bank knows what it means to work hard, play fair, and support our community. Something you save for the big win and making sure your finances are game day ready. We've got you. Guarantee Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. So third down for the Cardinals. Peyton Farr. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Look at the throw. Little quick pass. Rojas with the reception and a Community Spirit Bank first down. Remember, FDIC since 1908. You can send cash, faster Spirit Pay, person-to-person payments. Community Spirit Bank making that possible for you.
Yeah, a good job on that little bootleg pass, Scott. You know, it's. I remember running that when I was at Independence back many moons ago, and it's a great play.
Worked out fine that time for sure. Looks like Parker Stanley. No, excuse me, it's number 18. My apologies. Number 18 in the backfield this time is Kylie Estes. Peyton looking to throw. Waddle with a good catch there, David, but a good tackle there of the Seminoles. But you know, y'all may hit on that football, David, and we're going to have penalty flag fly late. I don't know what that's about. The pass actually lost a yard when it's all said and done, but I tell you, David, that's some good hands by our senior Aiden Waddle.
Yes, sir. He did a great job, and you got to give credit to the defensive back over there from Smithville. That's Dallas Morgan. He read it quite well, didn't bite on it.
I didn't see what the official said was a penalty, David. Would you be able to see it?
Dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Seminoles. And that's going to be 15 more yards. Cardinals will take it. We'll have to move the chains, and the ball is going to be is at the 27-yard line, I believe.
And I believe you are correct. I just got here.
There's that heavy formation. We called it the bone, David. And Wyatt Phillips is going to gain 3 yards.
I believe he's going to have 4 on that.
So we're going to give him 4 yards on that. I like that, David. I like that bone formation. Get them 4 yards at a time. That's my kind of football. I'm old school, David.
You and I both are. It's that four plays in a cloud of dust. Let's just run it.
Right. Let's just run it.
Let's run it down the throat till he stop it. And
there's
he's
that
going
bone
to do
again.
that.
Here comes Peyton. Going to hand off again to, that time, Kylie Estes. Or Kylie running hard, David. Close to that Community Spirit Bank first down mark. Might be about a half a yard short, maybe a yard. Let's see.
Looks like they're going to spot it by a yard, Scott, but you are exactly right, and he made a great cut from that inside. And it looks like the play was designed to go to the right, and he planted that right foot and cut back to the left and made a great play.
So a 5-yard gain for Kylie Estes. Going to bring up third and a yard. There's the bone again. And Kylie met pretty fast, David. Will he get that first down? On third down,
it's going to be a little bit.
Let's wait the spot. A little bit short. I see the official holding up their hand. It's fourth down. The yard marker over there on your side of the field has not moved yet, David. I can't tell where we're at.
He's about a yard still.
About a yard short.
And Coach Jackson wants a timeout.
And Coach Jackson going to take that timeout. And, folks, that's going to be a Happy Hollow Outdoors timeout. Of course, Happy Hollow Outdoors announced they're closing their store down on Water Plant Road and going to move their boutique clothing and other stuff to somewhere in downtown Red Bay. But the store in Florence is open for business. And, they've got all kind of great stuff at Happy Hollow Outdoors. Now get a Piggly Wiggly of Belmont, Iuka, and Red Bay. Ace Hardware at those locations as well. Excuse me. If you're thinking of buying or selling, Misty Deer will probably help you get things moving. She's honest, hardworking, really accessible, and ready to help make your dreams become a reality. 662-279-7055. And Pro Concert with Terry Hayes over in Tupelo. And he has a wide selection. All your sound systems, media systems, projectors, TV, screens, you name it, he's got it. And also a full line of musical instruments. And Sunshine Homes been a quality home since 1971. And Tiffin's Appliance, you can't beat Tiffin's. And Dossett Big 4, you'll always get more at Dossett Big 4, one block from the hospital in Tupelo. So 4th in a yard. And the Cardinals are going for it. And they are in the bone once again. Peyton. All around the end, David at speed gonna get the first down for the Cardinals. Another Future Spirit Bank first down. The Send Cash Fast Spirit Pay person-to-person payments.
You know, Scott, that's another one of those plays where everybody's looking inside the box, and now all of a sudden you uneven the box by going outside of it. And you know, that's kind of what Coach Jackson does with this offense. You know, he'll lead you one way and come the other.
And I can tell you, David, the speed of Peyton is going to be a great asset.
I agree. I'm impressed already.
Penalty flag going to fly, David. I don't know. Smithville's
I believe it's going to be a big Smithville, but I don't know
shrugging
what
their
happened.
shoulders. I don't really know.
Equipment.
Do we have an equipment? Some kind of equipment violation? So they pick the flag up. Just give a warning, I imagine, David.
Yes, sir.
Nothing wrong with that from the officials. And certainly understand why they want to do that. Peyton to the right, rolling. It's in the air. Touchdown, Cardinals. Touchdown pass to Aiden Waddle. And that was, how long was that from the 15-yard line, Dave?
That was from the 15-yard line, Scott. You know, Coach Jackson did exactly what we talked about, playing that chess match again, where he shows you the box or that bone, as he calls it, and does a great job over there and a great pass and also a perfect reception.
And, folks, that's our first ever official Farm Bureau touchdown. All your insurance needs, call Mike Harris in Belmont, 662-454-9624. Kenny Pfeiffer in Iuka, 662-423-6151. Your Farm Bureau agents. Touchdown. Kylie Estes running it. And the two-point conversion is also good.
Scott, the line that time had surge downfield. Number 52 is Hunter Watson, and you got 56 Carson Massey, number 59 Nathan Johnson. And I missed one. Who is that I missed? Number 60.
Lee Vick. We'll call those young men's name when we get a chance, David, by the way, when you get it. Remind me to do that. Cardinals out to an 8-point advantage now. That's a good drive, David. Come off balance with that formation, that bone come in there, and then we rolled it out to the left, got us a first down, and rolled back to the right and threw that touchdown pass. That's a pretty pass to senior Peyton Farr to senior Aiden Waddle.
Yes, so you know, Scott, we did a good job balancing it out that time between run and pass and formation-wise as well. But once he got down in here in the red zone, you and I know what Coach Jackson's going to, and that's going to be the bone, and I don't blame him.
Exactly. I get an old country store over in Belmont, Golden area. Small town store, trying to be your one-stop shop. Great food for breakfast or lunch. That's the old country store in Gatlin Pharmacy. and Stanley Page, a pharmacist in downtown Tishomingo. So our kicker, David, is Mr. White Phillips, and he's going to kick it off, and the ball is in the air, and going to be taken about the 19-yard line. It's going to be Seminole football, and we'll see where they mark the ball at, David, to start this possession.
They're going to put it on the 30.
And it'll be at the 30-yard line. So Cardinal defense back on the field. Thank you, Dr. Cameron Bonds, down in Sheffield. Just a short drive from the area, providing patients the care that they deserve. And Sheffield now, 256-383-4447. Dr. Cameron Bonds in Sheffield. And David Wayne Crum, your tax tester, Tishomingo County, 8 to 5 at the courthouse Monday through Friday, and 8 to 4:30 on Wednesday and Friday at Belmont City Hall. Going to force him outside. He's going to get a little break there, David. And he's going to run a long way, seem like, David, and pick up about 3 yards when it's all said and done.
You know, Scott, our defense did a pretty good job that time of stringing that play out.
That freshman was there, David. That
yes, sir.
Number 12.
He did a great
Rogers.
job making the play. My only advice is to force him inside.
Yes. Ball come loose. Picked it up. And there another one of those broke down plays. David going to be a first down in the Seminoles when it's all said and done. So the Seminoles had the most success on broken plays. These kids are learning for those kind of things, David.
You know, and that's why you do this. It's like Coach Jackson said, you got to get off of the back door so you can go in and out without getting webs on you.
Alfredo Diaz playing that nose guard position. David, he's a sophomore. Lathan Rogers on defensive end. He's a freshman. Number 53 is out there as well. That's Kingston Hendricks. He's a sophomore. That left tackle, number 51, David, it's Edward Little. He's a junior. So you've got some little inexperience across that front line for the Cardinals, and we'll talk about the back line and the linebackers in just a moment. But Coach Jackson talked about earlier in media days, this team's going to be a work in progress with sort of a young team, a lot of positions have not played in a while, and new faces. And so we expect to see great improvement each week for their Cardinal football team.
Oh, no doubt about it, Scott. You know, you get these young kids in, and some of them haven't played in a while, but then there's others that have played. And you and I are starting to see some of the progression for some of those, like Little, you know. He didn't much last year, but he's out there showing what he's worth right now.
Going to be first down with the Seminoles. Want to spread the field, David, to the right, to the left of the formation, shotgun. Looking to throw. It's in the air. And, David, a good break up there from number 88.
Yes, sir. Parker Stanley did a great job. Scott Webster getting his hand on the ball.
That flag comes in, David. I don't know about that flag, folks. You just have to watch it for yourself. I don't really know, David. The official down here is not moving. Let's see. Man, he just called a pass interference, and
he wasn't on him.
They knocked the ball down, David.
Yeah, he knocked the ball down. He didn't touch it.
The defense has as much right to the football as the offense does, but the official did not see it that way. It's going to be a Seminole first down. And, David, that young man, number 88, guess who that is, David? That is Mr. Parker Stanley. And guess who he might be kin to, David?
Don't tell me he's kin to you.
The best cameraman we had in the broadcast company, Jacob Stanley.
I didn't put two and two together.
That's Jacob's nephew, Mr. Parker Stanley. And give him 5 more yards.
I still ain't figured out what we did on the last play.
Now, David, that last penalty, that was going to be how all said and done. Was going to be a 15-yard penalty, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, because it's from the spot of the ball, not from the foul anymore.
And then we give them 5 more yards, so 20 yards in back-to-back plays Cardinals gave up. And the Cardinals have aided the Seminoles with about every yard they've gained thus far. Going to have 3 to the right this time. Empty backfield, just a quarterback in the shotgun. They're going to throw again. It's in the air. And pass incomplete, out of bounds.
Scott, that would have been another one of those, if it was closer, probably a good play again by either side because we were on him and they were both running wide open.
I saw that, David. We're going to have a timeout. That's going to be the quarter break. I cannot see the scoreboard in my location, folks. I don't really know if it's a quarter break.
Yeah, that play was a 7-second play.
Okay.
So we're going to the next quarter.
So we're moving to the second quarter, and as far as I know, David, this is the last quarter of varsity action. Put the second quarter up, and Belmont leads it after one quarter, 8-0. I get the Seeds. Sid Whitehurst, your owner, on Highway 72 and also 25 in Iuka. Check it with us for special pricing and financing. And if you're going to cut, mow, dig, get a deal at Seeds. Spark CPA and Red Bay, Muscle Shoals, Iuka, Boonville, Sheffield, Car Rent. And Wood Sales on Highway 25 South, proud to be a sponsor of tonight's game. Direct Importers and King of Surplus in North Mississippi since 1968. 662-454-9237. And, of course, go by and see Jeff Woods and the staff. Wood Sales, 25 South in Belmont. And talked about our new touchdown sponsor, that's Farm Bureau. All your insurance needs, life, home, auto, disability, health, Medicare settlements, tax deferred annuities. Be sure to call your Farm Bureau agents. In Belmont, that's Mike Harris, 662-454-9624. And in Iuka, it's Kenny Pfeiffer, 662-423-6151. Community Spirit Bank with their sponsor with our first dance tonight. And thank you also to the great folks that are there in Red Bay at Genesis Red Bay, your hometown skill nursing facility. Not just long-term care, a place you can go and get well and go home as well. And they have all your in-house physical, occupation, and also speech therapists ready to help you meet all your personal goals, get you a discharge plan to get you to transition back home very safely. We're proud to have Generations Red Bay helping our family and friends. So one quarter in the book, Belmont 8 and Smithville 0. Pretty good quarter, I would think, David, for the first half, for the Cardinals this season, excuse me.
Yeah, you know, Scott, it's like we said, that the one thing everybody's got to remember is offense always develops slower because it's more complex than defense really is, you know. So I will tell you, I see bright things for this young ball team from Belmont because Smithville has got some big, strong young men with some speed, and they've tested us a couple of times. And Scott, we were right there in that quarter with them.
Exactly right. And
take a lead in it, in fact.
Yeah, and the offense will keep getting better and better. They get more and more gel. And remember, Dave, it's just amazing that because of the Mississippi State High School Association's rules that this, and because of the weather this week, this is the first time this summer that these kids have had on full pads.
Yes, sir. And you know they say, well, both sides. Well, okay, both sides. But if you're a young team, not being in them pants hurts one side than the other. You know, I even heard, Scott, they've done away with bull in the ring.
I would imagine that's probably been outlawed, David.
It has, but that was a good drill.
I've got a comment here, Adam Locker. What number is Jace Locker? I'm trying to find Mr. Jace on the... Jace Locker, Adam, is number 14. Jace is one of those sophomores. Jace Locker, number 14. So, thank you, Lynn Gaddis watching, Adam Locker, Trey Johnson, Riley Floyd. And appreciate being on the broadcast, folks. A lot of folks watching us on Jack Ivy's Facebook page. And honored to have you. And, of course, we're on our Roku and Fire Stick on channel number 2. And, of course, also on my Facebook page, and I'm Scott Webster. And I'm joined by Jacob Stanley and also Mr. David Leatherwood on the sideline, doing a great job as our silent reporter for, as David said, his 5th year. And I appreciate David and the team that we're able to make here for your Cardinal crew.
This is the A team, in case they were wondering, Scott.
John King led y'all back. Y'all making Friday nights fun. Kendrick White, Kenny Sparks, John King all watching. Appreciate Kenny Sparks watching. Ball's in the air. And it's going to be about the 17-yard line. Pretty good kickoff that time. And, of course, the special teams are dead. And so we'll move that ball to the 30-yard line. It's going to be Smithville football. And you know, folks, if you remember now, if you're wondering, didn't Smithville just end the quarter with the football, David?
They did.
And now we kick off to them again in the second quarter. So not just like a regular season game, this Jamboree game. A little different rules.
And you know, Scott, we got Garrett Jackson. He's new in there in the linebackers because our two number one linebackers graduated last year, and then you got number 15 in there as well.
Oh, Benjamin Goodwin. Boy, Ben come on strong last football season, David.
Yes, sir. At the end of the year, I tell you, you couldn't ask for a better guy. Little screen out there. Good read.
Good tackle there by Aiden Rojas. Break down, get down low, make that tackle, David.
Sorry about that, Scott. I got a little excited over here.
You got what?
I got a little excited over here.
Just a little bit excited. Appreciate Johnny Fuller's Mowers in Red Bay. Huge selection, folks, here in Red Bay on Highway 19. Be sure to check them out. And also the Sonic in Belmont and Iuka. Takes that shotgun snap, looking to throw. And pretty well covered by number 34 on the front side. On the back side is Aiden Waddle, number 34. They were just talking about him. Our freshman linebacker, Garrett Johnson. Boy, Garrett's got some size on him, David. He's a thick young man.
And you know, Scott, to have the size and read that play to get out there where he did, that's impressive.
David, I can really tell these Cardinals really been hitting the weight room.
I can too, and you know, you can tell by their speed when they even just their warm-up stuff, Scott.
Want to throw it again? Boy, that's a good sack. Helmet comes on, number 51 with that quarterback sack. Edward Little, the junior.
Yes, sir. Edward Little came on hard and fast and made a great play down there, Scott.
Racked him up nicely on that quarterback sack. You sometimes get a little excited. You might miss the quarterback, but he had good form, had a good tackle there. He's going to bring up fourth down in the punt situation for the Seminoles from Smithville. Ball to 28-yard line. No, the 23-yard line. We're not in season form yet, Dave. We're in preseason form ourselves, right? Me and you as well.
Oh yeah, you know, and me and you, we've been doing this for a while now, and we're gonna get there though.
Now Jacob's in mid-season form already, David.
Jacob is always in mid-season form.
That's exactly right.
Oh, in the season form.
In season form, that's right. Ball be at the 47-yard line. It's going to be Cardinal football. And David, will it be from that yard line? Let's see.
Well, I think they spotted at the 30.
Well, he's on the 50 right now,
well,
David. It might be
That's what they're going to do. They're going to put him on the 50, ain't they?
Put it at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, actually on the 45.
Now, David, as your old coaching experience, you're in a Jamboree game. I don't suspect that Coach Jackson's going to show much here in this last quarter of action. No,
I mean, you know, you don't want to tip your hat too soon. You know, you want to work the bugs out. You want to see what your kids are capable of, and if they're fitting your scheme.
We're going to split to the right, to the left. Looking to throw was far. Quick pass to the hands of Parker Stanley. Incomplete.
I believe Parker's a little taller than Jacob. What do you think?
I believe he is too. We talked about the 50 a while ago, Dave. When it's all said and done, they put it at the 45-yard line.
You know, we've been looking for a format for this thing for about 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
But we did get a roster. We appreciate that.
They're going to throw again. Lob that thing out, sort of a backward pass as well to Wyatt Phillips. That's going to lose, David. And that's going to lose 5 yards at the very least.
You know, as an old defensive coordinator, Scott, I used to love to see that coming because you know what I was thinking about? A pick six.
Oh, yeah.
As an offensive line coach, I hated it.
So the ball at the 40-yard line now. That's going to be third down and 15 for the Cardinal offense. And we're going to bring three to the right, left of the formation, one to the right. Peyton Farr, bring a Miller in motion. Going to roll to this left side of the field. Throw it to Aiden Waddle. Going to break a tackle. And David, he's going to have a first down. Community Spirit Bank first down, Aiden Waddle. And flag flies again, David.
I don't know about that. I was backing up into the cheerleader box because the official was coming.
It's going to be a conduct penalty, David. I don't know who it's going to be against. It's going to be against somebody, though.
But he did a great job, Scott, catching that ball out there and making a great move. So it looks like the way the umpires are looking, it's going to be against Smithville.
That's going to be a 16-yard pass reception. And going to add 15 yards, David. Wow.
It must have been another one of them unsportsmanlike. And you know, Scott, that's one thing as a coach in a jamboree like this, or any game, you just don't want to see.
No.
I mean, let's play hard and let's knock them down and let's give them a hand and help them back up, you know. But don't do anything that's crazy that'll hurt you.
Ball to 29-yard line, first down to the Cardinals. Wyatt Phillips. And he's going to gain 4, I believe.
Scott Blaze Aceta. Estrada, I'm sorry.
Another flag on the play.
Just a fine pancake.
Got a pancake block, you trying to tell me, David?
Yes, sir, buddy.
And going to be oh, man. Unsportsmanlike against the Cardinals now. And, folks, just quite honest with you, I have not saw it personally from the booth as far as pushing and shoving from Seminoles or Cardinals. And so, David, I'm having to think it must be the mouth.
They liking it. Yeah, Scott, you know, it must be, because I will tell you, I read in the handbook this year that they were trying to get the officials to crack down a little bit more on the mouth talking back and forth. So
yeah.
I know I read that in part of their handbook this year.
I believe that must be what's going on here. Farr drops back. Pass in the air. And we're going to have a penalty flag, surely. Here it comes, David. Pass interference penalty. They just sort of tackled him, David, at the last moment. That pass into Aiden Waddle.
Yes, sir. A good air out by Peyton Farr. He's showing Scott that he not only has speed tonight, but he's also got a pretty decent arm this early in the year. And, you know, our football fields, practice fields, are usually flat.
Yes.
And, you know, the game fields are sloped, so they drain better. And that's a little deceptive when you're throwing that ball, but that was another great job.
David, the officials are working out the kinks well in that. And I tell you, David, they have learned, once again, how to count 15. We've had a number of 15-yard penalties.
This official over here by me said, I think we're heavy on the flags tonight. What do you think? I probably shouldn't have said that on him. I think it was the guy on the other side.
He's one through it, yeah. Ball 25-yard line, David, and I'm going to predict, David, what I saw for the timeout, that we might get back in the bone in just a moment when we come back on the field.
You know, you and I love the bone running plays.
We like
the dives and the and passing out of it. It reminds me, Scott, a lot of the Notre Dame box, except for you're not snapping the ball to the other backs.
Exactly right. Econo Shores on the broadcast, and your owner Haskell Sparks. Also, Trezix Old Navy in Tupelo. Also, thank you to the Best Way Incorporated in Golden, and your school board, Christy Holly, Mike Harris, Farmbureau agent, place on the front over in Iuka. And, of course, also thank you to Tracy Insurance in Belmont and Red Bay. And also Mr. Tracy Arnold, your District 3 House representative. And it's going to be second down. There is the ball, as we predicted, David. Going to hand the ball off to Wyatt Phillips. And he had a pretty good hole that time to run through, David, for that Community Spirit Bank first down. He's still pumping those legs, David. And he's going to pick up after the contact several more yards. And that's going to be that a 10-yard gain or more, David?
Yes, sir.
10 yards?
Because he got down to the 12 down here. And, Scott, that just shows you off-season conditioning and the strength training program.
Community Spirit Bank first down. As I said, you can deposit me for a multi-check deposit. Community Spirit Bank making that possible for you. The ball again. First down. Give it that time to Kylie Estes. And Kylie just plows ahead, David. And he's going to gain close to, is that 7, David, or 8?
Yes,
Let's see where we get that marker at, and I might can tell a little bit.
Scott, Mr. Cortez is one of the men in there on that. Him and then you got Hunter Watson in there. Number 56 is Carson Massey. The offensive line gave him a hole big enough. I couldn't run it because I'm fat and old, but it was nice.
It was a nice hole, no doubt about that. That same formation once again, David. Give it to Kylie. Good cut that time from Kylie.
There is a flag.
Ball come loose, David. The Seminoles are pointing at it. Did it come loose?
They fighting for it down there, but there is a flag.
There is a penalty flag on the field. The official not worried about the ball as far as who's going to have it, so Lee Vick come out with it when it's all said and done. See what this penalty flag's about. Might be a self-inflicted wound here for the Cardinal offense. Officials still discussing it over, David.
I think I'm not going to even speculate.
I'm still waiting the official. He's looking over to the sideline of the Cardinals, and Cardinals are backing up, though. And David.
Chop block.
15-yard penalty.
Yes, sir.
15-yard penalty on the chop block. The ball's the 20-yard line and got to get to where for the first down, David?
They've got to get to the 2.
2-yard line, so 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18 when play resumes. Time on the field. Cardinals had it going there, David. That chop block hurt them, and we'll have to get that back. Thank you all for your great sponsors, Pro Finishes and Riggy McGee, Sparks Drive-In, and Belmont, best food around, and Casey Lott, our personal injury attorney. Also on the broadcast, Southeast Surplus, 125 South in Belmont, and Napa on Main Street, Mr. Phil Byram and staff. Also, Stacy Stepp, your 5th district. Remember, Redmont Pharmacy on Golden Road in Red Bay, Main Street Cycle in Tishomingo, making it easy to ride for you. Wildflowers, Duke Flowers and Gifts in Belmont. That's Missy and Dusty Brandon are your owners. The Rooster Tail Gallery and Studio in downtown Iuka. And on the Red Bud Road over in Golden, go by and see Team and the girls, especially remember your hometown one-stop shop. Also, Red Bay Hospital, 24-hour ER care, low wait times, experienced, well-trained staff. And Allen Harden Heating and Cooling. Allen Nash Harden. Ronald Thorne, Main Street in Red Bay, your State Farm agent. And Mac Wildman, your Tishomingo County coroner. Also, Big Star Belmont with Sammy Hale and his staff. And Stone's Jewelry in Ripley and also in Tupelo. And Heather Edmondson and her staff at the Belmont Medical Clinic. We appreciate Miss Heather Edmondson and a great staff. 2nd down and 18 for the Cardinals. Peyton looking to throw. Quick pass to Aiden. And they'll a little better tackle at time. The Seminoles going to pick up about maybe 8 yards or so.
Yeah, it's going to make it 3rd and
10,
11,
right?
11 now.
Oh, 3rd and 11. So it's going to be a 7-yard gain.
Back from the chain, yeah.
So it'll be 3rd down and 11. But you know, David, that quick pass over that flat like that to a sure-handed Aiden Waddle, that's pretty important to be able to do that. You need those 5, 6, 7 yards at a time.
Yes, sir, Scott, and that's one of the things he's trying to test out tonight in his scheme is to see how that works for him.
Looking back to throw again. A little, intercepted by the Seminoles on the right sideline. And Peyton, can you make the tackle? He don't have to because White Phillips does. A learning opportunity for Peyton Faraday. A little out and up there from Aiden Waddle, and did not see that defensive back underthrew the ball.
Nope, he just stepped right out of that zone, right into the path of the ball. But I'll tell you this, Phillips just showed some speed, Scott Webster, because came over there by you.
He come a long way, did he not?
Oh, he came a long way. That's it. That's where that pursuit drill comes in handy, you know.
I believe, David, I'm just sitting here thinking, I believe, in honesty, this is the most speed that Coach Jackson's had at Belmont in his 3 years now.
I agree.
Number 3.
I agree.
The speed seems to be better this year than it has been in years past. And, every team is different, though. And good coaches, David, work with the players they have. Oh, he's pumping his feet. Broke loose again, David. And so the Cardinals got the bow their neck here, David.
Yes, sir, Scott. That was Riley Eaton running that ball. But play that you'll go back and look at on film and talk about in the meeting what was Benjamin Guin getting out there, because he had him at the line of scrimmage. He was just a little bit stronger, it looked like.
Yeah. So first down. We'll pass here to the flat. And we're going to miss a tackle over here, Kylie Estes. And he's going to have a Seminole close to the first down mark. Looks like big 67's helmet come off, David. He'll have to come out for a play. That's Wes Wiggins, the center defensive lineman. So that new center, they have to watch that exchange here on this down. In the shotgun. And we're going to have penalty flags or a timeout. Let's see what happens. Penalty flag on this side. Going to be against the Cardinals.
Oh, man.
David, I cannot see the clock at all. Is it
3:58 right now.
3:58?
Yes, sir.
For the 5-yard penalty against the Cardinals. First down for the Seminoles. Ball at the 24-yard line. An inside handoff, and Eaton to pick up a couple of yards. Bring up second down. On the tackle there, Ben Guin. 34 made some great penetration. They just couldn't make the tackle in the backfield there. Number 34, of course, is that young man, Garrett Johnson, the freshman.
And you know, Scott, sometimes that's all you want.
Just mess it up. Just muddy the waters, David, right?
That's right.
And we're going to have a sack, David.
Hey, guess who it
And
was?
number 51 again, David.
Yes.
The big man, number 51, is the great Edward Little.
Yes, sir. Edward is showing out. Edward had come by my daughter's house, Nikki's, and so did his daddy, and they were talking. He said, I am ready to start playing football. I want to do it.
He played well tonight, David.
So he's playing well right now.
Appreciate our Belmont Mayor, Brandon Farr, and Alderman. Flags flying again. Of course, talking about Mason Smith, Kendall Laney, Shauna Collier, Steve Ratliff, and Sonia Harris. It's going to be against the Seminoles.
You know, Scott, one of the telltale signs right now for anybody besides you and I that's watching, if you watch the down linemen on offense, they are in a pass protection stance from the word go.
Yes.
And that time, Coach Jackson died over there with the young man we talked about, Garrett Johnson, and he was right there on the quarterback.
So third down and 15. And we're going to have another flag fly, David.
Yep.
And that's going to be against the Seminoles. 5 more yards.
And you got to think, folks, they've been the same thing as Belmont. They weren't allowed in pads this week because that's a state rule. Jacob, they didn't even get to go out, did they? Isn't that what he said, Scott?
Well, they could practice. Well, yeah, no, not 3 days. I don't think so. Not much. Pass in the air, intercepted. Who is that, David? That
Number
is
3.
Aiden Rojas on the right side of the field. And a penalty flag is going to fly. Imagine that.
And the man who made the initial catch on the ball was Aiden Waddle, and Rojas just took it away. And I didn't get to see, Scott, what happened down here.
We're having some connection issues at this time, folks. Our apologies. I've got you back, hopefully, and hopefully we'll get you back. They send a word for somebody to share it.
That was a spot foul, 15-yard penalty. But that's going to give us a first down.
I'm going to check and see if we're back on Facebook, David. We had a little lag there. We lost our signal momentarily. And let's see where we're streaming to. I just sent a message to Jack to please share the post again. I believe we are back live on my Facebook page at Scott Webster's. And I don't know about anywhere else right now.
And they are in the bone, Scott.
Cardinals in the bone. First down. I'll hand the ball off, I think, to Kylie Estes. And we're going to have a game of about 3 yards or so, David?
Yes, sir. Coach Jackson told Ben Huey and said, do not let that man hit you in the face with them hands.
He said, yes, sir?
He did. He said, yes, sir. Just like one of my friends we talked about today, I said, I've learned to say, yes, ma'am, with this woman. After about 10, you got to kind of say, yes, ma'am, after a while.
Oh, yeah. Jacob, please tell your wife, Hannah, and, of course, Miss Mason and Mr. Maverick, go to my Facebook page and watch it. I'm trying to get Jack to share it again because for some reason we could go to the Foundation's Facebook page tonight, but he'll share it momentarily, I'm sure.
And what's crazy, we were on it once or twice.
Yeah, we tested everything was all right, and then we went crazy there. And
then it went crazy again, and then it tested again, and then it went crazy again.
Those things are part of the process sometimes, folks. Do the best we can to bring you a broadcast. Of course, we are recording it as always, and we'll get it shared for you. We'll get back. Kylie Estes again with a carry.
It's got the ropes or cones, whatever they're running right now, whatever they run these days to, during conditioning and agility stuff.
Yes.
That young man paid attention because he just made another really good kind of step move.
Community Spirit Bank first down on that run by Kylie. Bank was going to be low, bank local, Community Spirit Bank. So first down for the Cardinals. I assume the clock is running on down here, David.
57 seconds.
57 seconds. In the ball once again. I didn't see what happened, David.
That was a false start by us on the left side over there.
The Seminoles were excited about that false start. I didn't know really what had happened. So going to be another 5-yard penalty against the Cardinals. I've got 4 penalties that was accepted over for 30 yards against the Cardinals.
And his runner is down to 40 seconds now.
I got 6 penalties for 60 yards against the Seminoles this evening. I might have missed 1 or 2. I don't know. Matter of fact, right there, another penalty. And we're going to be sure to call it, David.
Yep.
And that's going to be another false start against the Cardinals. I don't know who's.
That was the back in the backfield jumped.
And it's going to be 5 more yards. Thank you all for great sponsors, Jazz Mini Storage, Man Oil Change, in Golden, also Donna Ray Thomas, South End Constable, and Cornerstone Insurance, Northeast Community College, Redmond Heating and Cooling, Daniel Sparks, Dr. Scott Seegers. Well, Kylie runs hard, David.
Yes, sir. And then again, that out here, Scott, Mr. Blaze Estrada, I'm going to tell you, he put a lick on just then, son. I could hear the shoulder pads pop.
Like to hear that. Seminoles takes the timeout.
21 seconds.
21 seconds. And we We're supposing, David, that junior varsity action is still to come. So we're going to have a timeout. Seminoles take that timeout. Thank you to all of our great sponsors. Honor having on the broadcast evening, folks, from Smithville. McRide Insurance, that's Cameron, Brandon Farr, Red Bus Supply, Mark Chumley and Scotty Payne. And at his garage, your owner, Jeff Daniels. Also, Community Spirit Bank in Belmont, Mike Montgomery and staff. And Deep Funeral Home of Red Bay and Belmont. That's going to be Mr. White Phillips. Going to carry that time. And looks like that might be.
That's going to be probably the last
going to be all
play
of
as
it,
the
I
clock's
believe.
down to about 4. And that's going to do it, Scott.
And that will do it, as David said. It's going to be Belmont 8 and Seminoles from Smithville 0. And David, the fans seem to be leaving, so maybe that's going to be it, David. We were told we're going to have some junior varsity play as well, but I'm not sure that's going to happen, David.
I know Coach Jackson's out there, but it looks like Smithville maybe headed to the locker room as well, so this may be ball game.
Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe just the
varsity.
Maybe just the varsity ahead of the locker room, David. We'll just. Boy, the fans are leaving, though. I will tell you that.
They probably didn't get the memo.
So we're going to see. We were told we were going to play two quarters of varsity action and a quarter of junior varsity. That was our understanding.
Change are leaving, so let's just see. I think that's what.
JV supposed to play, right? They're saying in here that JV is going to play. So the JV is going to play. Coach Jackson still talking to the officials. And we're sort of in limbo here, folks, but we'll find out what's going to happen here. I still don't really.
We are going to play. It's got 1 quarter.
Going to play a quarter of junior varsity action. So 1 quarter of junior varsity action. That'll be good to see these young kids get to play, David, as well. They've been working hard this summer.
That's the only way you can get the without the field against an opponent to where you can check out what you're doing.
Exactly. You got to play live competition too, David. Nothing compares to live competition.
You can only practice against yourself so much, beat up on yourself, all that stuff for certainly the time, and then after that it's counterproductive. Now once the season starts, you're a little better off because you're preparing for a specific opponent, and as you get to look at an opponent, you also start to get looking at what you start honing down what you're going to be good at.
Exactly.
All right.
Going to give a big shout out to Mr. Maverick Stanley on watching our broadcast, David. Hope you're doing well, Maverick. You be sure to give Miss Mason a big hello when she gets home. Those Stanley kids, David, going to be great athletes one of these days as well. That's Miss Mason and Mr. Maverick.
Yeah, despite their daddy, I think they're going to take after their mama and have some really great athletic ability.
You think so? That's what we're hoping for, right?
Jacob tonight, because he would probably make you put me out on the side of the road.
You want to broadcast, $7 Barbie on the broadcast, one of our great sponsors, Sunshine Meals, Mark Montgomery, your All-State agent. Also, Rebecca Oakes, your circuit court clerk, and Guarantee Bank. And just like the hometown teams, Guarantee Bank knows what it takes to work hard, what it means to work hard and play fair and support our community. And they're a member FDIC equal housing lender. And if you are thinking of buying or selling, well, Misty Durham is ready right now to help you get things moving. She's with Property Pros. She's honest, hardworking, and ready to help you become your dreams become a reality. 662-279-7055. And the Piggly Wiggly of Belmont, Iuka, and also Red Bay. And the Ace Hardware inside those locations. They're down home and down the street. A pro concert over in Tupelo. Mr. Terry Hayes and Sunshine Homes. Building quality homes since 1971. And Tiffin's Appliance. You can't beat Tiffin's. Go by and see David, Tony, Eli, Richard, and staff. And Dossett Big Four. You'll always get more at Dossett. And they're one block from the hospital over in Tupelo and specialize in customer satisfaction. We're going to put the ball to 30-yard line. I can understand that already, David. And let's see. Looks like it might be the Cardinals on offense to start the first quarter of junior varsity action. And I'll reset the scoreboard. And put it back 0-0 in this new quarter of action. Belmont varsity able to get a 8-0 victory tonight against the ball club from Smithville.
There you go, Garrett.
And that's number 3, David. Ain't that Aiden Rojas?
That is Aiden Rojas. A good job and a first down, Scott.
So Community Spirit Bank first down for Aiden Rojas around that right side of the offensive formation. Community Spirit Bank on social media, Instagram, Twitter. Of course, Twitter is now X, Facebook as well. Check them out. Community Spirit Bank, your hometown home loan solution. First down from the 46-yard line at 47 or so. There's Aiden again. Your JV quarterback, number 14 for the Cardinals. Let's see what that young man's name is. Number 14 is Jace Locker. Jace Locker.
Good run, Scott. He's got 2 yards to have a first.
Called about the 50-yard line now. Uh-oh. And we'll fall on it. Number 34 falls on it. That's Garrett Johnson. Garrett played a good game as one of our linebackers, David, on the varsity action. And
yes,
now
sir.
getting a little time at running back.
Coach, Scott, it's like you and Coach Jackson were talking about. You know, we got a good young ball club. And I've seen some stuff tonight that really, really, really looks good.
I agree, David. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. He's wide open, David. And the pass is caught. And the right sideline, big game by number 12 for the reception. Number 12 is Lathan Rogers, a freshman. Was a pretty pass, David.
Scott, that was on the money.
Oh, no, David, a penalty flag on the play.
Oh, no. But you're right, that was a pretty play.
And as a receiver downfield, David. What's going to negate a big, big gain? I know Coach Jackson on the field right now. Try and talk to somebody, give a little instruction about that, David. That negates a big gain for the Cardinals.
It does, and you know, you just. But I'll tell you one thing, Scott. That young man just learned a valuable lesson. You got to hold up.
Some lessons are learned the hard way, and of course,
and that's how I've learned most of mine.
It's a nice night to learn them on a Jamboree game, David.
Yeah, we're at 8:55 out of the 12 minutes, so
Just playing for bragging rights, basically.
that's right. We've controlled the ball for about 4 good minutes.
Little pass again. pass going to gain a few yards. Going to make up 4th and 11, though, when it's all said and done. Reckon the Cardinals will punt it or just go for it, David? And we're going to punt it.
We're going to punt it. That brings us down to 18 here in the quarter.
So the Cardinals will punt the ball here. Playing 1 quarter of junior varsity action. Put the ball on the Smithville 30-yard line. It'll be the Seminoles football, and we have I don't know what's going on. We got an injured player or something, David, or trying to get all the players on the field. Let's see. Is Belmont got 11?
We had 12 at one.
We got 11 now. And looks like the Smithville coaches might be on the field with their offense. I believe that's going to be the case.
And I'm okay.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, David. Will be a quick pass out here. That play is going to gain 6 yards.
I'm trying to spot the number scout of who was out there because they were on the play. They just, just did what you do with JV, made a little bit of a boo-boo.
Seminoles will take the shotgun snap. And penalty flag going to fly. Going to be against the Seminoles. Going to back them up 5 yards and make it 2nd and 9. At the Old Country Store, 24-hour gas pumps, also pit the pumps as well. Quarterback rolled in. We're going to have a holding penalty there, David. I mean, right in front of the official, David. He had no choice but to throw the penalty flag.
And I finally found him. Scott, number 66, Justin Humphreys is out there at that corner on your side.
Justin Humphreys. Number 8 is over here, David, and we don't have a name for number 8. He's off our roster. I don't really know. There's a number 9. I'm not saw a number 9. I don't know if it's a typo or number 9 is Hayden Gann. I've not saw a number 9, so that might be Mr. Gann there at number 8 this evening. Be a high shotgun snap. Well, he scrambled a long way, David. Pass finally incomplete.
Yes, sir. Did a good job getting away from pressure, Scott, and had some guys open downfield. But then again, a young quarterback, 9th, 10th grader, still developing arm strength.
One of those Johnny Manziel type scrambles there, David. Pass incomplete, though.
And they dressed about in the color of Johnny Manziel's old team. At white and maroon.
Going to be 3rd and about 20. Get to the 40-yard line for the first down for the Seminoles. And the ball back on the 20-yard line. Number 11 on the carry there, Braden McDonald.
And Justin Humphreys made that initial good lick. 4 minutes left to play.
Maybe Alfredo Diaz over there. I see number 75 in the middle of that defense formation, but 75. And I think I might have got a number wrong, number 79, excuse me. That's Aaron Sarton. Number 67, Trevin Allen. Good to see these young kids getting to play. That's going to be a punting formation. And it'll be the Cardinals football on offense here. And David said their time clock is down below 4 minutes, David.
It's right at 4:05.
4:05, David says.
Good tackle.
245 seconds, David.
So you're good at math.
Quarterback Jace Locker. Get the ball to Rojas. Man, David, he's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone.
You better run. Quit looking at that.
And it will be a touchdown, Cardinals. Touchdown, Cardinals. Big long run from Aiden Rojas. And, folks, another one of those touchdowns. And touchdown sponsored tonight by your Farm Bureau agents. All your insurance needs, life, home, auto, disability, you name it, they can do it all. Mike Harris and Belmont and Kenny Pfeiffer in Iuka. Farm Bureau touchdown.
Got that with some pretty good speed again.
Yeah, boy.
He started on your side of the field and made it all the way over here to this side.
Nice cutback, David. He saw that
Yes, sir.
against the grain and cut it back and found open grass. He was gone, David.
A lot of that stuff you don't teach.
In the bone formation. Looking to roll. Want to throw it out. And the 3-point conversion is good. And David, is that number 34 in that reception?
That was Garrett Johnson. That was him, Scott.
Garrett Johnson. So the junior varsity team out to 8-0 advantage here.
3:20.
3:20. Thank you to Gatlin's Pharmacy. Your pharmacist you know and trust is Stanley Page. Better service, friendly, reliable, fast, hometown folks you know and trust. In downtown Tismingo, Dr. Cameron Bonds down in Sheffield, a short drive in the area. Providing the patients care that they deserve in the Shoals area now. For your appointment, call 256-383-4447. David Wayne Crum. Of course, he is your tax assessor to Tismingo County. I'll hand it off to the right side, left this formation, I should say, and he's still running. And close to midfield. Big run at town of the Seminoles on offense.
That was Braden McDonald.
Braden McDonald on the carry. And, folks, believe it or not, there is no penalty flag on that play. Seeds at the Bad Boy Ferris, Skag, Hustler Mowers. Huge selection at Seeds. Got to wrap up there. And makes the tackle. Finally, number 25, David. Let's see what that young man's name is. Caleb Steele.
Yes, sir.
33 over there as well, maybe. That's Logan Fullerton. Not only does Seeds have a huge selection, David, they also have the factory-trained technicians to service your mowers. And actually, everything we said over at Seeds, they can service all of it. Can't beat Seeds. You're going to cut mower dig and get her did at Seeds. And missed a tackle there. Quarterback scrambling on the left side.
And we missed a okay.
Well, David, there were at least 3 holes that could have been called.
He had it in his hand. Put it back in
his pocket.
1:20 left now.
A minute and 20 seconds to go. Ball at the 29-yard line of the Cardinals. Pass is complete, and that's one of those times they would really break down, able to make the tackle. Number 66, first one there. Justin Humphreys. Hurry up for the Seminoles. Game clock running down here, under a minute.
40 seconds.
40 seconds. Looking to throw. And he's going to use his feet. And Cardinal is going to miss a tackle, David. And he is into the end zone.
That was Dallas Morgan for Smithville, Scott. He showed really good speed on that play and good judgment.
The Cardinals give up a late touchdown here on University action. The time clock, I'm going to guess, somewhere around 20 seconds.
28, in fact.
28 seconds, and they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. And quarterback takes the snap, going to hand it off, inside handoff, and the Cardinals are going to swarm. It's going to be unsuccessful. And it's going to be an 8-6 ball game. And only playing 1 quarter of junior varsity action.
Yeah, James Nitch was in on that play, Scott. Did a good job. Did I say it right, Scott? That's number 74.
Number 74.
That's the one Jacob
James Connect.
Connect, that's it.
I believe that's what Jacob told me last year. Connect.
Connect, that's it.
And it'll be the Cardinals' ball on offense. David, you got an 8-6 advantage. Now, I really know what you will do here. You just take the victory formation, or you run a play here.
Well, if it was a regular season, I would say take the victory formation.
Take the victory formation,
but being at a Jamboree,
yeah.
you're still wanting to check and you're trying to fill your personnel out. See if there's one of those junior guys that will step up and play on varsity.
And he's talking to them long and hard, David, before they take the field
sir.
here. I guess we'll try to have a quick word with Coach Michael Jackson when this game is all said and done, and see what Coach Jackson thinks about his debut of this varsity football team and also university as well. There's going to be some lot of things to talk about. He wanted to correct some things. He got some things to correct, no doubt, but not a bad performance, I didn't think, for 2 quarters of varsity action.
Yeah, I agree, Scott. I think we got a lot to look forward to the rest of the season. I think we got some looks and some adjustments, of course, is going to be made. So
appreciate Spark CPA and Wood Sale, 125 South, proud to sponsor tonight's games, and all kinds of tools, power equipment, bad boy lawnmowers. And that is the ball game. So 2 quarters of varsity action in the books, 1 quarter of junior varsity. And the final score in the varsity was 8-0, Belmont with a win. And junior varsity was 8-6. And the teams will meet each other. And we'll try to get a quick word with Coach Michael Jackson. Remember now, next week the regular season begins in Belmont, their friendly confines, and recommend the ball club from McNary Central, a new opponent for the Cardinals this year. And McNary Central comes to town next Friday night, and we'll be on there somewhere around 6:30 in Belmont for the first regular season game.
Good job, dude.
Good crowd here tonight at Smithville, David, and Belmont brought a good crowd. Smithville had a good crowd, so good way to get started both the Seminoles and the Cardinals. Coaches still talking around with each other. Once again, we appreciate the good folks here at Smithville and their hospitality for us.
Take a knee, let's go.
And Coach Jackson won't take a knee,
I don't talk to the.
and we'll listen in to his post-game chat.
Hurry, it's over.
Coach Jackson imploring them to hurry
All
up.
right, guys.
And we lost
To start
David.
off with, well, that's good. All right, we see some good things. Now we're going back and look at the film, and
Stay
it's
right
all
there,
about
David.
next
Didn't
week
hear you
getting
now.
better. All right, Monday we're going to have a little JV game. It won't last much longer than that because it's just 2 quarters. All right, but we're going to do our film thing. We're going to lift weights, all right, and get stuff ready for next week. Put a few more in on both sides. But your effort was good. Guys, you see, we made some mistakes. All right, now, when we watch our huddle,
Appreciate you, man.
you should already seen it all weekend. You know what you've probably done. All right, when you went a wrong way, a wrong mistake, but any little thing like that can come the game.
Yes, sir.
But hey, I'm glad we got to come out here and work. Did I say it was a work night?
Yes, sir.
All right, you worked, didn't you?
Yes,
all right,
sir.
You worked right now to win next Friday night at Belmont with
Yes,
Yes, sir. Give me a senior.
Apologize, David Smite cutting in out.
All right, hey guys, look, we're going to break it down. Break it down.
And we will get David to have a quick word with Coach Michael Jackson.
Everybody's going to watch that game, what we're made of. It's the same intensity all season.
Okay.
Well, Coach, you got to see that you wanted to see.
Yeah, we did. I'm anxious to look at the film, all right, because that'll let me know. You know, we had some young guys out there, and you know, at times we look pretty good at what we're doing, all right, and we still got a lot of work to do, all right. So, you know, I thought we were trying to move the ball in the air a little bit. We're trying to work on that part of the game. So it's still a work in progress, especially tonight. It's kind of humid. The ball slipped out of his hand a couple times, but you know, we've got some faster guys out there, and you know, we need to spread that around a little bit. So I was excited to be out there, you know, attempting to do some stuff, and I think we'll get better and better as it goes.
Yeah, that's what Scott and I were talking about. I think it's probably the most speed we've had. I know since you've been here. And you know what we're doing, and not only on the varsity but the junior varsity, and so, because now you're not in a mismatch as a year ago and 2 years ago.
Right, that's correct. Now, yeah, we do got some more speed, and that's one of the reasons you'll see us. We do a few different things than we did. Of course, we're always going to be in bone because we still got big guys, and they work out. That's kind of goes with our workout in our off season. So we've got to keep getting better and better at that. But you know, we're trying to get our matches on the outside and get our guys in space a little bit because we got a couple guys that's a little bit quicker than we normally have. So we're trying to get at them out in the open. And hopefully we can do that a little bit better each and every week.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, is seeing, and you see what you got to work on and what you got and what you got this year as far as the athletes and to fit your fit with what you're trying to do.
Well, I mean, I want them to come out here and compete. And, you know, for me, you know, we play next Friday night at home against a good team, a bigger school. It's going to dress 65, 70 players for the McNary is. I wanted these guys to come here and work hard because I knew that I couldn't get this work no other way. So for us to have a chance to win next Friday night, we had to come out here and challenge them to work hard and get through the game.
And I can tell that the off-season program has worked on some of these kids, Coach. You take Estes, for example. He made some cuts tonight that only you teach in the rope drills or the cone drills where you can take and step and move, you know. And he used some of that of what y'all been teaching him.
Well, I think we'll get better and better at that, too, because him and Wyatt both and Rojas are running backs. I tell you what, they run really hard, and they just need more reps because they're not used to seeing the holes, especially in bone, the little cuts here and there, because they've been behind these guys that did it for the last 2 years. So as they get better and better at it, I think we'll, as a group, we're going to get better and better at it.
Coach Jackson, we look forward to being there Friday night.
Yes, sir. Go Cardinals.
Thank you, Coach Jackson and Coach David Leatherwood on a great job on the side this evening for us. And honored having our broadcast, and the Cardinals get the win over at Smithville in a little preseason game. The varsity 8-0 and junior varsity 8-6. And the varsity played 2 quarters and junior varsity played a quarter. And we're ready now to move on regular season. And that's where it all counts, folks. And I want you to be there next Friday night at Belmont. Cheer on your Cardinals in person. And I know they appreciate you very much as well. If you can't make it, whatever reason, we'll be there and bring you the coverage as I always do. And we're WRMG TV 12 and 97, the Ivy Broadcasting Company. We're going to get out of here and get it packed up, get back to the station for you, and get it on there for you as well. Honored to have you as always. Be sure to come back next week for more Belmont Cardinal football. David saying good night. Jacob saying good night as well. And I'm Scott saying good night. God bless you. We'll see you next time for Belmont Cardinal football right here on the Ivy Broadcasting Company. Then, though, good night. God bless from Smithville.